Hi, everyone, and welcome to this year's horror movie film series at Moffett Library. My name is Matt, and I'm the head of reference and adult services at Moffett Library in Washingtonville, New York. I'm also an avid horror movie film aficionado, so I'm really excited to share with you a new batch of films each week this October. This week, we're going to be looking at 2014's A Girl Walks Home Alone at Night, directed by Ana Lily Amirpour. In the history of horror cinema, no creature has had a longer career than the vampire. Beginning with 1922's Nosferatu, where we see the title character appear as a lecherous demon in the guise of a man, to 2008's Twilight, where the lead vampire, Edward Cullen, plays a more relatable monster that became a teen heartthrob, which is pretty much the same way, pretty much in the same way that Bela Lugosi, Christopher Lee, and Brad Pitt had done in their respective performances as vampires prior to that. 2014's A Girl Walks Home Alone at Night attempts to reimagine the vampire once more. This monster is a young, independent woman who uses her skills to right wrongs and find dinner in a small Iranian village. Director Ana Lily Amirpour's debut was shot in black and white and spoken in Farsi. Much like the films it was inspired by, Amirpour uses light and shadow to create an aura of suspense. And the motivation of the leading character, known only as the girl, harkens back to the classic American westerns of the 1950s and 60s. However, what's different about this film is its cultural connection to Iran. The director is Iranian American, and his depiction of a vampire, a creature normally associated as a dangerous sex symbol, in this film is a relatively normal person with aspirations and goals that many other people might find relatable. Although other films have made similar attempts to bring vampires into a Western theme in the past, such as Curse of the Undead in 1959, Billy the Kid versus Dracula in 1966, From Dusk Till Dawn in 1992, and Blood Rain in 2008, to name a few. Amirpour's A Girl Walks Home Alone at Night doesn't attempt to scare you or beat you over the head with action. It is understated and cool. The soundtrack is fantastic, and the dynamic between the girl and the male lead, known as Arash, played by Arash Marandi, is convincing. Although this film is nearly a decade old, it still holds well and is a unique addition to one of the most famous characters in horror fiction. We hope you enjoyed this week's film, 2014's A Girl Walks Home Alone at Night, directed by Ana Lily Amirpour.